The 1991 AFL Premiership season. Proudly brought to you by Mitsubishi Motors, BP, Westpac, CUB, Ultratune, Rocker Brothers and Foodland.
Good afternoon, I'm Peter Overton. Welcome to AFL Today on 7 Sport. The match is one all South Australians have been waiting for, the Crows up against Carlton. The build-up to the showdown has been quite staggering. Adelaide shaking the competition with a first-up victory over Hawthorn. Can the Crows do it again? Of course, there's plenty of interest in the Blues camp, if only for the return to SA of the brothers Kernahan. Sit back for the next 90 minutes, the Crows and the Blues in the Footy Park Cauldron. We pick up play 8 minutes into the first term. Your commentary team, Sandy Roberts, Bernie Quinlan and Dennis Cometti.
Klug, he wants Hodges. He's got it.
There's got strong mark there by Hodges. A good chest mark, a great lead. And after he took that mark, he certainly didn't stop. He steamrolled the Carlton player there who got in his way. And that was Edgar.
So Scott Hodges looking for his first goal in the 91 AFL season. He's got it. Well, we saw his kicking let him down earlier on in the year, Bernie, but spot on that time.
He kicked very poorly, in fact, in the pre-season competition games. A couple of occasions he kicked 2 goals. Well, one game he kicked 2 goals 7. If you have a look at this mark in replay, a very good lead. He's obviously got plenty of ability. If any player can kick 153 goals in a season, he obviously can kick better than he did in that pre-season comp.
2-2 to a single goal. Just under 17 minutes remaining till quarter time. We're back in the middle. Negri and Madden. One down by the former, McDermott. High kick towards half forward. Klug camped underneath it. Falls to Edgar. Well played, held without it. No free kick. Gleeson to Phillips. Across it comes to Cavidan. Run down from behind. Scrambles a kick. Still inside the centre square. Madden lays it off. Ratton across. O'Sullivan now inside the 50. O'Sullivan's kick looks good. It's hit the post halfway up. Good passage of play by the Blues. Luke O'Sullivan. Here's Lindsay. In short. Obviously policy. This is Maynard. Lays it off. Warhurst. Shrugs a tackle. Lunging hand pass. Tregenza on his own defensive 50. Jarman's the target. Surrounded. Wanted to go. Got the hand pass away. Pilkey on centre wing. Sweeping hand pass over the top. Smith knocks it on. Dean comes up to meet it. Pushed in the back. No free kick. Here's Smith to Marshall. Running away from his own goal. David Marshall in trouble now. Edgar goes in with courage. Knocks it towards the boundary line. It's out of bounds and will be thrown in.
Well, Carlton look as if they will improve on last year's performance. David Parkin has a good record in his first year at a club. Actually winning the flag in his first season at Carlton.
9 points the margin. McDermott claimed. Loses it to Ratton. The centre wing. Dorotic running with the flow of the ball, but he's not good enough. A fine mark taken by Lee. Quickly away to Maynard. The Crows go up towards the half-forward line once again. Madden thought about backing into the pack. Weighted down. Klug towards full forward. Hits the post. I think Hodges thought about diving for the mark. Elected to leave it, thinking it may dribble through. Just hitting the base. 1 goal 1 Adelaide. Carlton at 2-3. Looks as though we're going to have this rain on and off throughout the afternoon. David Kernahan electing to go down the middle. He wants Madden or Cavidan. Cavidan was the one in front. Couldn't complete the mark. Edgar can't take it. Jarman like lightning to McGuinness. He snaps it towards goal. There's another one.
It's a little bit slow to start off, Adelaide, but now finding their feet. These conditions will make it very difficult for both sides. And a very good running side, the Crows, as they have shown last week. They back up beautifully. And there McGuinness on the end of that hand pass from Jarman. a quick snapshot at goal and finding the target.
Steady rain falling at Football Park. The margin is 2 points. We're back in the middle. Madden. Thompson grabs it. Hurried kick. Filkey's got the run of it. He's been busy so far. Pushed in the back. No free kick. Phillips burrows in. Sullivan was taken high. Must get the free. Interesting watching that last goal kicked by Tony McGuinness. They posted the outriders for the kick in. Men wide on the flanks. Did Adelaide. And Carlton went to the outside. Led back towards the middle. McGuinness stayed off the pack. Got the goal. There's a free kick downfield. This is Smart. Smart towards centre wing. Going back is Herman. Missed it. That ball is Greasy. Klug pushed off it. Bassett the hand pass away to Herman. Charged down superbly by Tregenza. And it's forced out of bounds. Simon Tregenza, only 20 years of age, already runner-up in 2 McGarry medals.
And had a fantastic first half last week against the Hawks. Madden, Jarman could have almost been taken high. In fact, the umpire said yes. Was one of the architects last week. Quickly off to Bruce Lindsay. Lindsay out wide in front of Smith. With him Verbeek. Alvin and McGuinness now. Oh, McGuinness is quick. Look at that. Beautifully done. Over the top. This could be a chance for Klug again, but he's taken out of it. Alvin heads towards the boundary line. Klug late. And finally over the line once more for another throw-in. The Crows steadying after an early onslaught by Carlton, and in particular Steve Kernahan, who's kicked their opening 2 goals.
Kernahan's come out to centre half forward now too, Sandy. Off hands from that boundary throw in. Alvin goes towards the outer side. Madden spills a chest mark this time, so he's 1 and 1.
It must be very slippery.
Oh, not that slippery, surely, that you drop those chest marks. I know the conditions are difficult, but Justin Madden was a great mark at one stage in his career, but rarely takes them these days.
Here's the boundary throw in. Madden wide of the pack, taken by Filkey. Centering kick. Opportunity here for the Crows. McDermott. In fact, it's Murphy. Had it knocked away by Dean. Still Dean goes. Left the ball behind. Murphy tries to go off the ground. Lunges back after it. Socked away by Bassett. And it's out of bounds and will be thrown in. Carlton 2-3. Adelaide 2-1.
I think the hard luck story, Dennis, for the Crows was McIntyre, who had a wonderful debut last week, but he injured himself driving muscle very early on in the game, played the entire game with it, and finished up kicking 4 goals. But he's out today.
Which muscle was that, Sandy?
The driver.
The driver. Where's that?
You know the driver as well as I do, Bernie.
In the golf bag. Latin had it go through his legs. It's going to be a Carlton free kick to be taken by Madden,
which is where the driver is. Madden. Over centre wing. Goes straight to his opposing ruckman, Romano Negri. And the Crows preparing a change. The missile's about to come on. Eddie Hoppen. Jarman in the centre. Across the Filkey, but he'll have to go back.
Well, what, Sandy? He took the mark and then played on. There was no time on call, so surely you can take a mark and then play on.
Jarman from the defensive side of centre to a congested half-forward region, but he spotted Smith, who led well and was able to sneak away. He shrugs the tackle. He's still outside 50. Kicks up towards full forward. Hodges is there. Klug is there. Murphy, and at the back. Can't take it. Herman is claimed, but just about lose it. Marshall can go over the top to Tregenza, but was well tackled. Loses it again. Murphy. Now Hart. Too wide, out of bounds on the full. One of a number of former club captains. Hart in the South Australian lineup. Kernahan's kick, David Kernahan. Negri got a hand to it but couldn't take it. Murphy through, also without it. Alvin a hurried kick towards centre wing, but Filkey will be there. Good shepherding by Warhurst, sees him clear now. It's going to be down the ground. Kernahan apparently came in late.
Very late on that one, Sandy, actually. And the Adelaide players not too happy with Steve Kernahan. And the crowd certainly will get stuck into him after that.
Right in front of the members, where his father is sitting.
Well, he picked the right bloke. Brantley Filkey's been playing very well so far, and obviously Kernahan realised that. Tregenza takes the short pass.
Murphy off the ground for Eddie Hoppen.
Simon Tregenza probably within scoring range with his breeze at his back. Kicks from about 45, slides it right across the face. There's a big pack of players at the fall of the ball. Knocked away by Madden, taken by Hart. Silvani right on him. Hodges has got it. Kicks it straight up in the air. Negri camped underneath it. It drifted away from him. Opportunity now for the Adelaide Crows. Negri burrowing in. Ratton does brilliantly. Got it to Edgar. Dragged off it. Marshall. Quick hand pass away to Hart. Hart 40 metres out. Standing start towards full forward. Dean cleverly. Back to Bassett. It came off the boot of Tregenza. Not by design. And it will be a Carlton free kick in the back pocket.
Carlton at 2-3. Adelaide 2 goals 1. Adrian Bassett will bring the ball back into play. Out of the back pocket he comes. Towards Madden. In front of him was Ratton. Couldn't complete the mark. Edgar off the ground towards the centre half back. Meldrum showed courage but lost the football. Hocking through. There's a free kick being picked up and it's going to go the way of the Crows. And it will be taken by Robert Thompson. Thompson at half forward. Long kick in towards the square. Hodges doing some muscling work with Kernahan. Neither can take it. And to throw it in the left forward pocket. Just 2 points in it. Madden and Klug. Madden gets rid of his opponent. Silvani wants a passage to get out of trouble, but it's not going to go too far. Filkey couldn't quite hold the slippery ball, but he recovered beautifully. Shows some pace. Lindsay's alone at half forward. Bruce Lindsay pumps it long. Fine kick in towards full forward, but off target and one behind. Trying to work out what the crowd are doing whenever Bruce Lindsay gets the ball, whether it's Bruce, or not paying him the dividend perhaps he deserves. Hart having a few words to say. Nothing in that. So plenty of tension here at Football Park. Not a good kick. Chance for Klug if he can control it. Gets away from Bat. Gives it to Tregenza from a standing start. He pumps it towards Hodges. Couldn't take it. McDermott at the back. Perhaps should have socked it off the ground with a slippery ball. And Carlton will clear towards Herman, who takes it over the line, drops it, and we will see a throw in. But the Crows still have it in their attacking zone on their 50-metre line.
So we started with a rash of goals, and now it's a real battle out there in these conditions. Just over 7.5 minutes remaining till quarter time. Madden decisively down to Herman. Reynolds, hurried kick, wide. Thompson back across his body, down towards the attacking 50. Fine mark McDermott, who wanted to go.
Now it's been paid free for in the back. I think that must have been touched off the boot, Dennis, because McDermott was very keen to play on.
Yes, didn't hesitate.
Didn't hesitate, and then there's the free kick. Too higher in the back, and now a 50-metre penalty.
Against Ian Herman. So McDermott goes to within 10 metres of goal.
Yes, well, they're very costly, aren't they? We saw a couple last night against the Brisbane Bears. Very costly. They both resulted in goals, and now this could be very costly for Carlton.
Chris McDermott, centre of controversy surrounding his first appearance in AFL football against Hawthorn, and he comes and gets the goal. The Crows take the lead. They lead by 5 points. Klug and Madden. Brilliantly shot by Tregenza. Is it right half forward? Up comes Meldrum. Well played, Paul Meldrum. Hit a couple of them. Away to Hannah. Hannah across his body. Back towards the outer side wing. It drifts. Across goes Phillips. Couldn't control it. Hart was taken around the legs and he'll get the free kick. Harold Hart aided by 50.
Well, that's the third one against Carlton. So they're mounting up, and this will give Hart a chance also. And the other one was against Hannah in the back line, which wasn't so costly. But Hart will only be about 40 metres out when he has this shot at goal.
There's two that have brought them inside that 50-metre line.
So
So this to give the Crows the lead.
It's on behind play there too, Sandy. That's what he's waiting for. And a bit of a wrestle there. Tommy Elvin involved.
He's not waiting for it. He's shooting for goal and he's put it through. The Crows lead. Hearts first. And the Crows move to 4-2, leading Carlton 3-7.
I don't know how that started. It's McDermott and Elvin involved. And McDermott doesn't mind a bit of a dust-up. And the first goal for the quarter for the Crows, coming from the boot of Darryl Hart. Another 50-metre penalty. That's 2 goals from 50-metre penalties to the Crows.
That's the only goal of the quarter. Just under 11 minutes remaining till half-time. Madden goes up and wins it down. Phillips. Reynolds at close quarters got it across towards Will Hanna, who wasn't going anywhere. Jarman only as far as Edgar. Now with Gleeson. Gleeson kicks it inside the attacking 50. What a fine kick. And the mark is taken by Dorotich. John Dorotich will kick from about 45 metres out. This to give Carlton the lead. It rides on the breeze. It looks pretty good. He's got his second.
Yes, well, topsy-turvy type game here. John Dorotich doing fairly well on the forward line. Maynard wearing in fairly closely, but still 2 goals in these conditions. It's not a bad performance. Dorotich kicking from about 40-45 metres out. Favoured by the breeze and on the right side for a left footer.
Smith off and Murphy on for the Crows. Carlton regain a 5-point lead. Madden wins it, but it's Hart who kicks high out of the centre towards Murphy, who's just come onto the ground. Couldn't take the mark. And we'll find ourselves with another bounce, still really right in the middle.
Carlton's pace is worrying the Crows.
He's just sticking with them today. Madden certainly having more success out of the centre. Bassett, Verbeek, Dean. Well smothered, however. Dean will have to go again. Oh, Tregenza well played. Twisted out of trouble. Puts it in front of Murphy. He's inside 50. Can he get clear? Swings round onto the left foot. Floats it high, but there's only 2 Carlton players there. Edgar has it. He's got David Kernahan wide. Can sweep it off towards Madden, who will sprint towards the boundary line. Won't get there in time, however. And another throw.
I think Kernahan preferred the boundary line there, Sandy.
You're a hard man, dude. Throw in on centre wing. Madden again. With that height advantage, Filkey. He's got one a little high. Well, he's quick to play on Grant. Filkey stabs to Hodges. Spoiled. Dean. They'll be very pleased to have Peter Dean back in this lineup. He's a fine player. Phillips. Defending, going towards the wing. Kernahan caught at the back. Thompson. Hand pass goes astray. Marshall ducked his head and caught one.
Well, that was coming from Marshall because O'Sullivan was really charging at him. He put his head down, not ducking it. I think he just put his head down and grabbed the ball.
Klug goes on with the job. Hodges got the ride but couldn't take it. And it's defensively taken through for one behind by Simon Verbeek.
Carlton by 4 points. Entertaining game, this one. A real rugged affair. Simon Verbeek goes in short, taken by Phillips.
Not picking up their men from the kickoff there, the Crows.
Alvin comes away from half-back, kicks towards midfield. Lee favoured by the kick, couldn't hang on. Kernahan down towards left half forward, needs support. No, he doesn't, he goes alone. A centering kick. Dorotich and Maynard one out. The strength of Dorotich. Maynard is a very good mark, but one of those players who needs a run. He's not physically all that strong, and body to body, it was Dorotich who prevailed.
Yes, in a one-out situation, Dorotich will win all the time.
He's kicking at his third. This for a 10-point lead. John Dorotich. It's close. He missed narrowly. Carlton by 5 points, just over 7 minutes remaining till the half. And Marshall to kick it in. Carlton posts the men out wide. Marshall kicks towards Bartlett. He takes a good mark, plays on immediately to Lindsay, up from the back pocket. Long waking kick towards centre wing. Oh, what a great mark is taken there by Peter Dean. To his feet and plays on immediately and gets it to Gleeson.
Tucked on the members' wing, Adrian Gleeson. Looks for Kernahan. He got the ride, but they've given a note. Going the other way.
Oh, and a 50-metre penalty as well.
So they've given away a couple of 50s that have resulted in goals.
That's the danger with that rule, of course, isn't it? If the players misread what they think the decision is going to be. And I think that was an honest mistake.
That's exactly what happened then, yes. So Kernahan now has the opportunity to score his third.
The free kick against Warhurst. And Marshall, I'm not sure which way it was going. Now a certain goal almost to Kernahan.
The old chain reaction.
25 metres out, almost directly in front. And he makes no mistake. So Steve Kernahan gets his third. And it allows Carlton to sneak away to an 11-point lead. 5-8, plays 4-3.
Well, just have a look at that again. Kernahan going for the fly, but Warhurst right into his back. It was no doubt a free kick to Kernahan. And once that whistle goes, the players must be aware that they should stop and not give that 50-metre penalty.
Approaching half-time. The biggest lead in the game so far. Carlton out by 11 points. Madden, clean possession to Gleeson. He kicked it straight back into Madden. Umpire calls for it. Simon Verbeek. Bounce alongside the centre circle. Madden and Murphy, won by the former. Meldrum left it behind. Hocking in the grasp. Gleeson camped over the ball. Hard work in there. And another bounce. So the Crows finding it tougher today. A fairy tale start as far as their AFL fortunes were concerned against the Hawks under lights Friday week ago. But Carlton playing very well so far this afternoon. Can they sustain it? Free kick to Madden.
The Crows have made some changes in defence. Warhurst now back on Dorotich.
Untidy kick from Madden intended for Phillips. O'Sullivan run down from behind by Thompson. O'Sullivan to get the free. Held too long in the tackle. He's inside the centre square out towards right centre wing. 5-8 Carlton. Adelaide 4-3. O'Sullivan barking the instructions. Hand passes eventually. Silvani had run up from half-back. Kicks well inside the 50. Wide of Kernahan. It's off hands. Maynard's hand pass to Hocking. Back it comes to Maynard. There's going to be a free kick, I think, to the Crows. It would have gone to Hocking. Meantime, they play on around the outer side. Bartlett's kick is marked brilliantly by the running Jarman, hard against the boundary line.
Who wants to play on? Has gone over the line. That will not please him.
The other changes. Maynard now is playing on Hannah. And Smart is picking up Steve Kernahan.
So we have a throw-in on centre wing at the outer side. Bartlett doing the ruck work, giving Negri a spell. Jarman, who was disappointed when he stepped over the line, has the free kick. Goes to half forward. And another free kick going the way of Carlton has been picked out. Taken by Tommy Alvin. And sweep it wide to Verbeek. Thought about Phillips short, but then decides to go longer towards Milhana. Maynard. As Dennis has said, he can take a grab. He's at half back. Floats it high. Bartlett. Murphy it is. takes the mark. Murphy just forward of centre. Goes long. That's a good kick by Murphy. Down towards Hodges at the back. Couldn't complete the mark. Silvani on the last line of defence. Just dribbles it round the corner, but gains 30 metres. And we'll have a throw in the Crows' right forward pocket. They trail by 11 points.
Ian Herman's got the ball in there, and the umpire wants it. 5-8 to 4-3. The Crows needing a goal here. Madden and Klug do the ruck work. Madden won it down nicely. Off the ground by Edgar. Bassett couldn't control it. Tregenza did well, and again off the ground, only as far as Silvani. He boots it back towards the outer side. Marshall goes back and takes a good mark. Got a bit of courage there. Plays on immediately. Not a good kick though. Wastes it. Carlton have got the numbers. Verbeek's hand pass not particularly good. Brilliantly played by Murphy to Klug. Klug snaps and gets the goal. Great stuff by Murphy. Adelaide a 5-3, Carlton a 5-8.
Well, Carlton have had the opportunities in this quarter to really get some sort of advantage over the Crows. They haven't done it. Their poor kicking a goal could be costly because the Crows, once they get the ball up on the forward line, Murphy a very good handball to Klug, and they've really stayed within touch without being outstanding throughout the quarter.
Very handy goal for the Crows. They trail by 5 points. Phillips takes it out of the centre for Carlton. Down towards Dorotic, who soccers off the ground. Edgar is there from the Blues. Wanted to go wider, but well done by Tregenza. Beautifully played. McDermott gives it away to Lee, and the Crows are out of trouble. Up towards their half-forward line. Murphy couldn't take it. Verbeek heads towards the line. So just on 2 minutes remaining in this first half. And set for a dour struggle in this second half. Madden applies the tackle. Big man's going to have to pick himself up and do the ruck work again as we've got a bounce. One of the jokers and characters of the league is Justin Madden. Does the leaning on Klug. It's not a good bounce. Trying to force his way through, or Lindsay went in strongly and again over the line. Bruce Lindsay, one of the game's veterans. 5-8 to 5-3. Klug again doing the work from behind. Won the tap, but that was all. Past Robbie Thompson it goes. Couldn't take it. Finishes up with Thompson, however, and he just flicks it back towards the half-forward flank. Alvin is there, opposed to McGuinness. Together they tumble over the line with the football. And another throw. We're inside 1 minute now, the first half. Madden and Murphy, Jarman at the back. Marshall flicking it high to half forward. They'd dearly love another one before the half-time break. Peter Dean got in trouble, but then got out of it beautifully, scooping it to Gleeson. Off to Edgar. The Blues are running now. They could score none before half-time, and Kernahan takes the mark.
Great pass.
Yes, no pressure though applied by the Crows through midfield. Edgar, who's playing quite well, in trouble starting in the half-back line where Klug was caught behind Dean.
Kernahan has kicked 3. 2 in the first term and 1 in this quarter. This to make the margin 11 points. It'll be the last kick of the first half. There is the kick right on siren time, and he's missed that here. 1 behind.
So at half-time, it's Carlton by 6 points. 5-9 to 5-3.
At Foodland, we take a great deal of pride in our sponsorship of the Adelaide Crows. Because we believe that one South Australian team deserves the support of another. Foodland and the Adelaide Crows. A great match of two mighty South Aussies.
Inside 50, and Klug, who had such a grand week against Hawthorn when he kicked 4 goals.
He hasn't done much early, but finding a bit of space here, Klug.
Yep. There's the kick. Into the square, over the top, that's a goal. John Klug gets his second, and the Crows hit back. They lead 6-4 to Carlton 5-9.
And very good play there from Hodges in the square as we have a look at that mark again from Klug. Jarman turning around quickly, noticing Klug by himself there in that pocket. And the kick from about 50 metres out. Have a look at this on the goal line where Hodges forces himself back and kept Kernahan out of the contest.
So the Crows have grabbed the lead. 40 plays 39. Madden and Negri. Won decisively by Madden towards half forward. Lee goes back. Away to Filkey. Here's a will-o'-the-wisp. He swings it out wide, intended for Lindsay. Brought down by Edgar. Play allowed to go on. This is Ratton, forward of half-back. Kicks through centre wing towards half-forward. And Sullivan up. Smart waiting behind. Robbed of it by Phillips. Now he's away about 70 metres from goal. Goes looking for Dorotich, and that was a good kick. Honouring what was a good lead.
Yes, they've found plenty of space in the forward line with Dorotich, Kernahan, Hannah. 3 very good forwards. If they get the ball moving quickly, Carlton are capable of kicking a bag full of goals if they kick straight, which they didn't in that first half.
He'll kick from about 40 metres. Swinging back. It's a goal. Carlton back in front. Dorotich has 3.
There's 3 goals, 2 to John Dorotich. 1 goal, 2 in that second quarter. But plenty of space to lead into in the forward line there for Dorotich. Into that pocket on the right side of his body for a left footer to be kicking at goal. Into the breeze, just allowed it to drift back on that breeze. And John Dorotich proving a handful on that forward line.
So the Blues by 5 points. Negri and Madden. The bounce favours Negri, who does well. Hart missed it, taken by Silvani. Lee dropping back. Plays on immediately, that's ambitious. Got it away though, Lindsay. Smothered superbly by Silvani. Bond got it across to Phillips. Over the head of Kernahan. Hannah comes up, looking for support. Bond again. Not a good hand pass. Coming through is Lee. Gets a second opportunity. Slaps it out. Only as far as Phillips was he held without it. Not according to the umpire. O'Sullivan smothered superbly off the boot down there by McDermott. Or was it Filkey? It was Filkey who lunged on the boot. Kick comes out from Thompson. Mark is taken by Marshall. Now he's away. Kicks towards centre wing. Verbeek got a fist on it. Tregenza overran it, tried to soccer. Edgar lunges at that one. Tregenza on top of him, and the umpire's going to ball it up.
Yeah, should he have lost it, Bernie?
He might have been a little bit fortunate there because the Crows player did everything possible and everything right. He just stood there and held the Guernsey, put his arm up, and a lack of consistency there by the umpire.
Ball at centre wing. Negri got a touch to it. Verbeek through. Tregenza lost sight of it for a moment. Opens the door for Tim Reynolds. Kicks up towards Kernahan and Hannah. Phillips waiting down. Is solidly met. We'll have another bounce. Inside 50 for Carlton.
The defensive side of the game from both these sides has been enormous in this third quarter. 2 great smothers by Steve Silvani. We saw one there from Grant Filkey as well. And also one from Adrian Gleeson. Probably more than you'd normally see in a game.
Kernahan to Phillips. Kernahan again. Reynolds. Got boot the ball. Down towards Hannah. Filkey. McDermott from the back pocket. Clears well. Madden and Negri. Negri front spot. McGuinness down to Marshall. They're away again. And the mark taken by Michael Murphy. Plays on to Lindsay. Stabs it in towards the pocket. A little too far for Eddie Hocking. Well, they love Bruce Lindsay here with the chant of Bruce, Bruce, Bruce. They also love Eddie Hocking. It's in the right forward pocket for the Crows. Negri and Madden. Silvani tries to slap it out. Hart combines with Murphy, who kicks that deep in towards full forward, and Kernahan does well to defend through giving away just the one behind.
He's very strong, David Kernahan, body to body.
Scoreline sees Carlton 6-9, Adelaide 6-4.
Some indecision from Kernahan. Flicks into the members' side. Madden was up in front. Through his hands. Tregenza waiting behind. Pumps it back in. And the man who was standing the mark, Hodges, had that initial break. And he was able to come up and take the mark. He was standing back for the kick in. It gave him a start of about, I suppose, 15 metres on Kernahan, who sensed the danger when Tregenza got the ball, but he couldn't make up the difference.
Yeah, that's all that's needed these days, Dennis, too. Maybe not even 15 metres. Only need to give the fullback 5 metres these days.
Hodges, kicking at his second, he kicks truly. The Crows are back in front. Seesawing affair. Adelaide is 7-5. Carlton is 6-9.
Yes, Hodges, 2 goals from 2 good, strong chest marks. And a lot of indecision there from Kernahan. Took a long time to get the ball out. Justin Madden there, not really attacking the ball all that hard in the air. His marking's really gone off, and this allowed Hodges to chip in and take that strong chest mark.
47 plays 45. There's the time remaining. Bounce back in the middle. Negri and Madden. Negri wins it down. Hard out of the middle. Towards half forward. Going back is Bond. Plenty of time. Something that's been scarce. Got it across to Albin. O'Sullivan came up to meet the ball. Still he chases it. Thompson chasing him. O'Sullivan comes back on his left side. Centering kick and a beauty. Kernahan. Steve Kernahan wants to go on and does. Got it across to Phillips, to Gleeson. Dorotich. I'm not sure that was the intention. But Dorotich has got the ball about 5 metres out.
No, I'm sure it wasn't the intention, Dennis, but really smart. Was backing his judgment there and just let Kernahan slip away from him. He was looking at the ball rather than staying with his man.
Dorotich has got 3. He's got his 4th. 4 goals to John Dorotich. And Carlton lead.
Carlton leads by 4 points. Negri starts this running charge and then props under the ball. Madden wins it. Thompson soccers down towards the half-forward line. A 2-on-1 duel here. Alvin and Ratton win out. It's the latter who gains 25 metres towards centre wing. Kept in play by Filkey. Could have almost been free-kicked a couple of times. Marshall now. Hooks with the left foot up towards half-forward. Was looking for Clue. Nipping in front to take a good mark is Tommy Alvin. He's got Silvani alone at half-back. Hodges thought about getting him from behind. The hand pass is not a good one. Jarman is like lightning. Spoons it out. Rennett supplies the tackle and tries to tuck it out the back door. Hart gives it to Marshall. Promising here. Hodges on the lead. Scott Hodges has kicked 2. One in the first and one in the third.
Magnificent lead again by Hodges, but the Adelaide Crows really work hard at getting the numbers around the ball, supporting each other. If the first handball goes astray, there's always 2 or 3 players backing up.
Kick's going to go right across the face of goal and over the line in the left forward pocket.
Not a good kick at all from Hodges. He leant back on that one, didn't follow through.
Silvani at the back does the ruck work, but it goes straight to McDermott, who shoots towards goal, and he's kicked it. Behind.
Almost a miraculous goal, wasn't it, Sandy?
I thought it was.
Trust the crowd down that end, obviously.
He nearly made something out of nothing there, McDermott.
That goal umpire not easily swayed.
So just the behind. David Kernahan quickly back into play. Peter Dean, the flyer from the back. Couldn't take it, but he recovers well. Wanted to give it to Edgar. Intercepting is Michael Murphy. Does well. McGuinness from 50 metres. standing start, pumps it into full forward. The only man there is the skipper.
And Hodges also doing well, Sandy. He got in the way of Kernahan and made sure that he couldn't get back for the contest. And he didn't really shepherd him out, but he just made sure that Kernahan could not compete.
Well, he won't miss this one. Directly in front, he goes. The Crows are back in front.
And it's good corner by the Crows. They've worked hard to get the ball down in that forward line. And when they do get it down there, they have some movement from the forwards. McDermott this time getting back there. Murphy, who worked hard to get in that contest. Here's McGuinness, could have given the hand pass off, but decided to kick it himself. And as you can see, Hodges just got in the way of Kernahan, and this enabled McDermott to take an easy mark.
5 lead changes in the quarter so far. Now Adelaide lead by 3 points, 54-51. Just over 11 minutes remaining till three-quarter time. It's been nip and tuck all afternoon. Bounce favours Negri, who hits it about 20 metres, only as far as Meldrum. Charged down by Tregenza. It spills wide, taken by Bassett. Phillips, long kick inside the attacking 50. Kernahan went back. Maynard's hand pass not good. Kernahan, Harris there by Smart, who got a toe poke on the ball. Kernahan slaps it out. Gleeson goes looking for Bond. Wilkie was in there desperately. Gleeson snaps down towards the forward pocket. Hannah hard against the boundary line. It won't be easy. No doubt he'll run around here.
It's been pretty quiet, Hannah, actually. Hasn't done a lot. Started off on the forward line, was moved to the back line in that second quarter. A very tight angle now.
Hart is just away to the right there. You can't see him, but he's not far away. Hannah goes. Hart comes in. Hannah's kick not a good one. It slides right across the face. Offhands taken by Nigel Smart on the burst. Kicks it out wide. Murphy leads in the race out there. He's got some space too. Closing is Meldrum. Good tackle, Meldrum. Took him front on, and the ball spills out of bounds. Throw in the attacking side of right centre wing for Carlton. Graham Corns on his birthday with the Aneries. Madden's got the ball. Kicks towards centre half forward. Kernahan showed the better judgment. Kernahan goes short towards the pocket. Dorotich went down off the ball. The umpire had a perfect sight of it. Hart tracks it across the boundary line. It will be thrown in.
And Hart was working to get back in the way of Dorotich there to cut off that lead. So maybe they're learning the lesson. The on-ballers to get back there and fill up the gaps.
Under 10 minutes remaining in this vital third term. McDermott doing some heavy work at the back. Eventually spooned out towards Thompson, who gets a short kick, but only as far as O'Sullivan, who'll swing round onto that left foot and pulls a little too far. One behind. 7-10 plays 8-6. 2 points in it. At the moment, the Crows' way. Negri from behind. Couldn't take it. Madden waits at the back. Somehow soccers it clear. Bond from inside 50, sweeps it to Hannah. This looks dangerous for the Crows. Hannah runs into the open goal and puts it straight through. His first, and Carlton hits back to take a 4-point lead. 8-10 plays 8-6.
Brilliant use of the handball there from Bond. And as I said earlier in this quarter, some fantastic smothers. Madden showing great skills there, getting the ball out. Silvani, who's one of the players who has been smothering very well. 3 in this quarter, but a sweeping hand pass there from Bond, setting up for Hannah, who finishes it off.
And so the seesawing struggle continues. One moment Carlton, the next minute the Crows. Clue gets the handball away to Filkey. Runs in towards half forward, then pumps it long. Smith is down there. It goes over the back. Hodges now giving chase on Kernahan, who's able to swing round, pull it round his body. player he was looking for was Adrian Bassett. Edgar gives him support. Good work by Phillips to Gleeson. Out of trouble he goes. Bond caught momentarily out of position. Could have almost given away the free kick. Kernahan at the bottom. Works hard. Gets it clear. O'Sullivan with his strength. Draws away. Has a bounce. Going to have to pull it back to centre it towards Hannah. Well spoiled by Warhurst. Only as far as Bond. Shrugs one tackle. Steadies. Jarman gets him from behind, but Bond gets his kick. Coming back. Has it come back far enough? It has. A great goal.
Where's Carlton doing well now, Sandy?
Chris Bond's first goal, and Carlton again open out to a 10-point lead.
He turned 23 on Thursday. From 20 metres out. Has kicked it. Carlton 10-10, Adelaide 8-6. And they're in danger now, the Crows, of slipping out of this. They need to stay in touch.
Well, their on-ballers are struggling. As I said, McGuinness has had no effect whatsoever on the game. Let's have a look at that infringement again. A tackle by McGuinness, not a real lot in that. He was maybe a bit lucky to get that free kick. Umpires often are not willing to pay those free kicks in front of goal.
.16 points, and this is the greatest margin we've seen in this game to date, favouring Carlton. Madden and Negri, won by the latter. Murphy and Lindsay could have rattled it. Instead, they may lose it. Madden got a fist to it. Jarman's kick is only short. Straight to Silvani. They're winning it away out of the middle. Phillips pumps them up towards the half-forward line once again. Kernahan gave a bit of a nudge. It goes unnoticed. Warhurst first to it. Claimed by Hannah and ripped towards the boundary line. Smart takes it in the back pocket. He's ridden into the ground. They've got backup support. Maynard gets it away to Filkey, and the Crows are out of trouble. He's got his skipper wide with plenty of room. Chris McDermott, one bounce on the outer wing. They want a couple of goals, and they want them quickly. The Crows, if they're going to be in this, Smith is beaten for the ball. It's kept in play, however, by Alan Bartlett. They've got the chance here. Meldrum, however, takes it. Kicks Carlton towards the half-back line once again, but only as far as McDermott. Oh, he's gone towards Marshall, right back in the centre. David Marshall stabs, but not quite short enough. Phillips receives once more. Carlton defence standing strong. Bond lost sight of it. Lee with him. Bond gets front spot and scoots away. Gives it to Hannah, who's still outside 50. Around Maynard. Back to Bond. Bond shoots in towards Kernahan. Out he comes. Dorotich is there as well. And John Dorotich has kicked 4. And this to make it very tough for the Crows.
I think you've got to say, Sandy, that David Parkin has timed the introduction of Bond very nicely indeed. He's really had an influence in the last, I suppose, 10 minutes or so of this game.
Given them some real bite and pace, hasn't he?
Yes.
Combining there very well with Mill Hannah for the second time.
So Dorotich got 3 focal points up there. Dorotich, Kernahan and Hannah now. Dorotich has 4, Kernahan has 3 and Hannah has 1. This to make the margin 22 points. He's kicked pretty well for goal today, and that is no exception. He's kicked another one. So Dorotich has booted 5 goals, 3 of those in this quarter, as Carlton moved to 11-10. Adelaide are 8-6.
They definitely need to lift the Crows around the middle of the ground. Carlton winning the ball out of the centre. Look at that mark again from John Dorotich falling back. And here's the kick for goal. He's kicked very well this quarter. 3 goals straight, 5 goals for the match.
John Dorotich has 5 goals, and Carlton leads 76-54. Some Blues fans here this afternoon. Concentration down in that right full forward pocket, at the end of which they're kicking at the present time. They'll be enjoying this term. Madden wins it down. Marshall intercepts. Filkey has had a wonderful game. Long towards half forward. The Blues have got the numbers back. Hodges slaps it away. Chance for Smith. Hocking was on the overlap. Carlton apply good pressure again. Tregenza picks it straight up in the air. Out comes Bassett. Slaps it away. In front Silvani. close to the boundary line. In fact, it's out of bounds. Beak was the man who knocked it towards the boundary. Bassett was there too. He led the chase along with Silvani. So we've got a throw in down towards right half forward. That's for the Crows. Negri, McDermott did well, got it to Marshall and turned to Jarman. He's on centre wing. Floats one down towards the 50-metre line. Dean quite content, I'm sure, to see that one go out of bounds. Under 3 minutes remaining in the third term. And Carlton will finish with the advantage of the breeze. What advantage there is. Very good lead. It's been a good term by the Blues. Silvani lunging at that one. Meldrum gets it out nicely. Rennett's dragged off the kick, gained about 10 metres. Tregenza across to Marshall. Hoisted high towards centre half forward. Good mark is taken by Darren Smith.
Well, that's the value of putting it out in front there, centering the ball. Smith, who spent a bit of time on the bench, may be fortunate. I don't know whether he intended to hook it back that far. Smith in the right position.
Well, they need this one, the Crows. The margin stands at 22 points. Smith has got it.
Yes, well, Smith hasn't had a great afternoon on the forward line. Tregenza with the quick hand pass combining with Marshall, who hooked it back. A centering kick, the value of the centering kick really coming to the fore there. And something the Crows do very well. If they have the opportunities, they don't miss too many of those. Darren Smith finishing it off with a good kick for goal.
They're running very well at the present time, Carlton. The Crows aren't running. Meldrum down towards half forward, kicks inside the 50. Kernahan. How many times have we seen that? In his 5th season at Carlton, twice best and fairest. And we said earlier, a favourite son of the supporters here in Adelaide, but certainly not today. He's been a thorn in their side up forward. A double-pronged attack, Steve Kernahan and John Dorotich. Kernahan has kicked 3, hasn't been all that accurate. Kicks from the 50 on the breeze. It gives it a ride. It's a goal. That's the spot to kick them from.
A much better kick from Steve Kernahan. 4 goals, 4. And the two Carlton forwards, Kernahan and Dorotich, 9 goals between them. And that's been the difference. They've got the ball to the 2 marking players, 2 very tall players. A good mark by Kernahan. Looking into the sun there, difficult mark to take. They've put smart on him, tried to settle him down, but still a great player.
21 points the margin here at Football Park, favouring Carlton. Jarman pumps the Crows up towards the half-forward line. They want goals and they want them badly. Verbeek does well. Clue got an unfortunate bounce. Verbeek's kick out towards the half-back flank. Filthy's got a ton of pace. He's ridden into the ground by Edgar. Over the line and another throw-in. Madden to Silvani. Only as far as Thompson. He's got a bit of room. Goes long. Hodges comes out and over. Can't complete the mark. Kluge's caught. Almost threw it away. Hodges recovers. He shoots towards goal. Will that one lift the Crows? 3rd goal to Scott Hodges. And it may be just what they want. 10-8 plays 12-11.
Another couple of quick ones would be very handy for the Crows. Hodges leaping over the top there, recovering well. Maybe Kluge a bit lucky because he just let that one go. No serious attempt to get rid of that legally, but Hodges backing up, kicking his 3rd goal.
Kluge off. Hocking on.
12-11 to 10-8. Madden and Negri go at it again. Negri wins it down this time. Silvani keeps it in front, then missed the ball. Rennett's in trouble, scrambles it forward. Thompson on his knees, robbed of it by Edgar. Clever hand pass. O'Sullivan, no time out there. O'Sullivan penalised, didn't make an attempt. Jarman Gets it across to McDermott. Are the Crows lifting? Long kick down towards full forward. He certainly lifted, did Hodges, but couldn't hang on. Ratton gets it away to Bassett. Bassett swings it out wide. Bond again. Bobs up once more. Takes his time. Measures the hand pass. It was knocked away from him, though, by Marshall. Well played. This is Hart. Outer side. Hart kicks inside the attacking 50. Hodges in front. One senses his confidence is rising, but Meldrum comes across the face of the pack to Silvani. Silvani goes in short towards midfield. Lindsay over the top trying to fist away. First back is Filkey, running away from his own goal. Hooks it back. It's a wide kick. It bounces out towards the boundary. Eventually, Murphy picks it up. McGuinness has it in front of him now. Coming to meet him, Dean. Battling after the ball, Dean and McGuinness. Sitting on top there, Tommy Alvin.
Terrible hand pass there by Murphy. McGuinness would have had the chance to run into goal if that hand pass had been spot on.
Carlton still by 15 points. Bruce Lindsay is hobbling off the ground. Warhurst preparing to come back on. I'm not sure that's what they need at the present time. What they need is pace out there. Alvin slaps it away from the congestion. McDermott on his knee has got it to Murphy. Good centering kick, Marshall. Filkey goes by. Marshall hangs onto the ball. Hodges comes on a lead, but we've got another 50. Well, picked up a few of these. How many is that, Johnny? 4?
This will be the 5th, I think. That's right. Very handy in front of goal when they're giving those away for the Crows. And this brings Marshall to within 15 metres. They've already kicked 2 goals from 50-metre penalties.
Well, they're very keen to apply pressure, Carlton, and that's been their downfall in 1 or 2 of these situations, working so hard on the mark. They've given away 5 50s, and at the end of the day, that's not good enough, despite the best of intentions. Marshall gets the goal. The Crows are coming back. The Crows, 11-8. Carlton, 12-11.
Yes, they still need a couple of quick goals. The Crows, they've kicked 2 to Carlton's 1 in this final term. Still 13 minutes remaining. Only 9 points down, and the crowd really getting behind them now. I can sense the fight back, but the Crows have got a big chance.
This huge crowd has come to life. Just 9 points the difference, favouring Carlton. 2 quick goals to the Crows. Jarman taps forward once again. But it's Silvani who picks it up and kicks high out towards the half-forward flank. O'Sullivan, can he shrug the tackle? Smart was quick to apply it. Filkey comes away, but his kick is a ball. Out of bounds on the floor.
Well, very good support there by Filkey, who's played a great game for the Crows today.
He's quick, isn't he?
16 games for Collingwood. And he let himself down then.
Dorotich in front of the pack. Good kick from Ratton. Dorotich for Hannah. Took it on the half volley. Tregenza trying to give it off to Jarman. He does so. He wants someone coming past. He's got to give ground to Hart. Darryl Hart kicks under pressure and over the line between centre wing and Carlton's left half forward flank. We saw Lindsay leave the ground. What's his problem, Max?
Well, Sandy, Bruce Lindsay, he has a right ankle injury. The extent I can't tell you. However, doctors have told me he won't be taking any further part in the game.
Thank you, Madden. Socket off the ground. Down towards Milhana once again. Well claimed. Did well to get rid of the football. Jarman does the shepherding work. Smart comes away. Back to Jarman again. Jarman runs through the middle. Up towards half forward. But the kick is marked by Dean. Peter Dean steady in defence. Back to Silvani. His kick drops short. Bartlett couldn't take it on the half volley. Sullivan tackled high, and he will take it just forward of centre. He's got Dorotich calling for it at half forward. He's got Kernahan and Hannah further down. Kernahan's his target. Steve Kernahan has booted 4 goals, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in this term. And as the Crows all went to the ground, Kernahan took it uncontested.
Again, the centre line players not getting back to assist to fill up those gaps.
Coming up for his 14th kick, so he's been busy. Kicking from 45 metres. Distance should not be a problem for him. It's a good-looking kick off the boot too. And that is going to make it very hard for the Crows. 5 goals to Steve Kernahan. And Carlton answer the challenge. 13-11 to 11-8.
It's very tough now, Sandy. 2 great forwards for Carlton, Dorotic and Kernahan. And Steve Kernahan taking a very easy mark in the end. No pressure being applied by the Crows defenders. And accurately off the boot. 5 goals, 5, Steve Kernahan.
Phillips brings it away from the centre for Carlton. So Kernahan has 5. Dorotic has 5. The ball on the Carlton forward line yet again. Bartlett left the ball behind. Edgar running into an open goal. He's got plenty of pace. He pulls it across his body, and I think he's missed. He has. So the margin back to what it was at three-quarter time. Not often in modern-day football you see 2 forwards bob up kicking 5 goals on the same side. And I'd venture to say that when they do, their team doesn't lose all that often. But having said that, Carlton have only 13 goals so far. Strange game, dominated by those 2 forwards, Dorotic and Kernahan. They've been the difference without question, and the pace of Carlton. Maynard to Marshall. Wide kick again towards centre wing. Dean missed the ball, but he's played a very good game. Ratton got it across to Gleeson, taken high, and it will be a free kick to Carlton back where he kicked the ball. It was untidy by Andrew Jarman coming from behind Adrian Gleeson there. Gleeson on centre wing. Puts it straight to Jarman. This will be interesting. Jarman held without it. No free kick. Dean slapping it on. Taken by Smart. That was clever. Smart alongside the centre circle. Thompson, long kick. Hodges is down there with Kernahan. Fisted away by the defender. Taken by Bassett. He's played a grand game. Reynolds has got the run of it now. Flicks it back looking for support. Off the ground goes Meldrum. It's taken by Phillips. Phillips long towards half forward. McDermott going back. Drops the mark. Should have held that. Quickly gives it across to Maynard. Bartlett towards centre wing. Tregenza. Tregenza who has pace. Away he goes. A second bounce, but he's in trouble now. Run down by Bond. He's similarly gifted. A big drag down in turn by Smith. And we've got a whistle.
Some enormous tackling and smothering in this game. I saw that one from Jarman on the mark. And against Gleeson that really turned defence into attack.
A crowd of 43,850 enjoying this game, so just under 45 against Hawthorn. It's a very good support base for the Crows. Silvani marking the kick of Marshall. Tucked in defence. Kick went a little too far for Bassett. McDermott has it. Well, they've got to find something very smartly. McDermott's kick in towards full forward. Hodges working hard. Gives it to Jarman round his body. And that could lift them. A great left foot snap by Andrew Jarman. Back they come again. To a 10-point margin, 12-8 to 13-12.
Oh, it's never say die by the Crows. A good performance by them. A couple of times it's looked like close the door. But that mistake by Silvani, kicking a little bit long, allowed McDermott to take the mark. Oh, a great snap by Jarman.
Ten points the margin. Back in the middle once again. Phillips unable to sneak away. Thompson's beautifully claimed. Loses the football. Back with Phillips. He shoots in towards full forward. Hanna waits in front for Kernahan to try and get it down. That's the way it goes. Is that the reply from Mil Hanna? One behind. 11 points the margin. Just over 7.5 minutes remaining. Crows desperately trying to keep their record intact here at Football Park. Warhurst goes to the outer side. They've got possession. They want the next goal. Tregenza from half-back sweeps it on to Pilkey. He's got McDermott running if he wants him. He uses him now. A little too far. He's solidly met by Gleeson. Down he goes. Real desperation. Dean overruns it. Gleeson couldn't take it. Jarman in there, tries to feed it out to Hocking. And Eddie blasts his way through, gets the handball away. The hurried kick goes up towards Hart. Got a touch. Couldn't complete it. Meldrum takes from Dean. Steadies to Alvin. Well, that Carlton defence remaining cool. Tommy Alvin. Beautiful looking kick. Dorotich couldn't mark. And having great trouble picking it up. Silvani over the top. They've got the numbers at the moment, Carlton. In towards Phillips. Filthy comes to meet him. Kernahan. Can he sneak away? He can't. He's still going. Eventually he's claimed. The cry of ball from this huge crowd goes unheeded. Warhurst ducked his head, but managed to get the hand pass away, and Hart concedes a behind. Two straight kicks in it.
Just over 6 minutes remaining. And this is where a crowd can win you a game of football. Very much behind the Crows. Are they good enough, though? And that's a correct decision. Marshall tackling Gleeson as they contested that mark. He was intent on spoiling, but good use of the body by Gleeson made it very difficult.
And a poor kick out there from Warhurst. That kick's only travelled 40 metres. You expect more than that. He didn't even go to the defensive side, Dennis.
No, that's been an ongoing problem for them this afternoon too. They're kicking in. Hasn't been all that convincing. Looking to get a short one, then set something up. But they've paid the price a few times. Gleeson can't get it home. Off hands Phillips. It's through. Andrew Phillips stretches Carlton's lead. Just over 5 minutes remaining. That's his first goal. Very timely.
In a sense, they lost their chance when they were running down the ground earlier, and Filkey's hand pass missed McDermott.
Welcome back to AFL Today on 7 Sport. Carlton going on to defeat the Adelaide Crows at Football Park. Here's the final scoreboard. Carlton 15-14, 104, defeating the Crows 12-9, 81, a deficit of 23 points. Leading goal kickers from both teams for Carlton, Dorotich with 5, Stephen Kernahan with 5. Predictably, he was going to be the star in this match and was pretty much given a free rein. For the Adelaide Crows, Hodges well held by David Kernahan, but still managed 3, and Chris McDermott and John Klug both bagging 2 goals apiece. Grantley Filkey, well, he was one of the best on ground, if not the best for Adelaide. He's a busy, hard-working footballer, but still the Blues very deserving winners. For the Crows, well, it's on the road for the next 3 weeks. First up, they meet the Swans in Sydney next Sunday. From Peter Overton, good afternoon.
At the end of a season, a captain stands with a cup raised in the air. The winner of the greatest game in the world. Put your feet up. Try and relax. It's football time.
This has been a 7 Sport production. The 1991 AFL Premiership season, proudly brought to you by Mitsubishi Motors, BP, Westpac, CUB, Ultratune, Rocker Brothers and Foodland.
Traffic en route to Football Park for the Crows-Carlton clash was thrown into chaos just after midday because of a burst water main. Lines of cars travelling along Frederick Road and Trimmer Parade came to a standstill for up to an hour as police and ENWS crews worked frantically to stem the flow and clear the traffic.
Thousands of Crows fans were infuriated by the delay, which left many still filing into the ground after the start of play. To make matters worse, the rain came bucketing down. At least most had come prepared for that. The frustrations were soon forgotten as the game progressed. Football Park was again a buzz of excitement. Ground management had promised improved protection for rival team cheer squads, and it was in evidence everywhere. There appeared to be extra police and Football Park Redcoat ground security staff. Rivalry between Crows and Blues supporters was at times as fierce as the football, but kept under a close rein. Blues Supremo David Parkin was also provided with police escort to and from his seat in the coach's box. The near-capacity crowd roared whenever the Crows starred. booed the Blues at every opportunity. The match was a thriller, with several lead changes, but Carlton proved to be quicker and stronger in the end, winning 15-14, 104 to Adelaide 12-9, 81. Stephen Titmus, 7 Nightly News.
Playing at different ends of Football Park helped steer Carlton to victory over the Adelaide Crows today. The Blues piled on 6 goals in the third term to beat the Crows by 23 points in front of nearly 44,000 spectators.
To kick it in.
Stephen Kernahan, the one-time idol of South Australia's football public, turned himself into a hated man 2 minutes into the match.
Goal coming up.
The former Glenelg champion was doing it easily.
A drop punt, sits in the breeze, props a little. Kernahan.
Out of form Crows full forward Scott Hodges gave himself a huge confidence boost with a strong mark in front of goal. He finished it off, bringing up his first major in AFL football.
He's got it.
As the rain came down, Vice-Captain Tony McGuinness booted what was to be his only goal for the game. Carlton had the potential match winner well tagged all day. Early in the second quarter, there weren't too many shots at goal, but the wet and slippery conditions resulted in plenty of desperate and rugged action. In a term in which Carlton wasted plenty of opportunities, the Blues had their quarter-time lead of 12 points reduced to 6 by half-time. Hodges showed his Magarey medal form again despite being closely guarded all day by David Kernahan. The lead changed 6 times in the third term before Carlton, with Stephen Kernahan, Dorotich and Hannah running amok up forward, stretched the lead to 16 points. The Crows were down by 21 points when Hodges kicked this miraculous goal.
Hodges recovers his chance towards goal. Will that one lift the crowd?
With 8 minutes to go, Andrew Jarman pulled off a snapshot to narrow the margin to just 10 points, breathing new life into the Crows and the crowd. But then Andrew Phillips, who hadn't kicked a goal all day, booted 2 majors in a minute and a half to seal Adelaide's fate. Leon Bicknell, 7 Nightly News.